Hi, I'm Randy Swan, the company, Historic Preservation Company, the Signet Group, and I'd like to welcome you to the Doyle Benton house. As you can see from the facade of this home, it really kind of is laid out like a traditional four-square house. But reality says that it's a four-square house on steroids. Every room's a little bit bigger, everything's a little bit better, a little bit more ornate than a usual one. Come inside and look along with me. As you can see, the Doyle Benton house is not only a local landmark, but also on the National Register of Historic Places. It has wonderful facade treatments that are still intact from its original 1896 construction period, including the gold leaf lettering above the door with the address in it. Inside was the formal entry area, where the true movers and shakers and the important people of Denver came and met the lady of the house, or at least her servants. As you can see from a foyer standpoint, a formal foyer, this actually has a fireplace located in it, and room for a large light fixture, as well as the traditional sitting bench, still in its original covering over its horsehair padding. Noting that this building is an 1890s building with a somewhat 1880s European flair for the Art Nouveau. Mrs. Newcomb, the lady who actually designed and built this house, never lived in it, but she was borrowing from styles that were popular in Europe at the time, but not yet popular in Denver at the time. So this is actually a fairly early use of this vine treatment and these actual pediments along the sides of these windows and doors. This room is very unique in that way. In some ways, it's far less embellished than other Victorian-era homes of the same period. What makes this really wonderful, almost craftsman-ish sort of style home. In this room, the formal parlor, this is where people would have actually been received around 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Ladies would have come in their long dresses and met with Mrs. Doyle. James Doyle was the first owner of the home, mine owner who was mayor of the town of Victor at the time, and owned a couple of gold mining operations down in that direction. This was his Denver home. Now, this entire room is completely fitted out in bird's eye maple. And you can see the little dots, hopefully, and the carvings in this wonderful wood. At different times of the day, the light actually illuminates this room in a very yellowish gold glow, and it's wonderful. The patina on the fireplace, this is a copper-clad antique copper over the summer cover of the original coal fireplace, which is still intact. And a gas-burning light fixture has been converted to electricity, so it matches the rest of the ambiance. But this is, like I said, this is the formal parlor. This is where you receive people just for business transactions and that sort of thing. The family, however, would have resided in their own parlor, and that would be the next room over. Now, as you come into this room, that much has a different decor, a different feel to it. Also, it has a completely different wood. The foyer was all oak. The room you're just in is bird's eye maple. This room is now an unstained cherry with just a shellac finish over the top of it. A lot of work was done in order to put this room back into its condition, and if you notice that even the paneled doors, which was common in the period, have a completely different wood on this side because the whole room has to match. So the pocket doors are bird's eye maple on that side and cherry on this side. Coming into this room, though, behind me, I should say, is the dining room. Again, another room in a different kind of wood. And again, you also see this little vine pattern, this Art Nouveau pattern that was very special to this house and very unique to this house. And if you look at the wonderful grain of these doors, it's just amazing to sit here and experience it in real life, or to have a dinner party in this room. The built-in buffet, again, borrows that same vine treatment, has this hand-carved work. Of course, this building was constructed without power tools, so everything was done with hand tools, which is beautiful. This room also has its own fireplace, and in fact, every room, one of the public rooms on this floor of the house has its own fireplace. Now, the swinging door here used to lead back to a butler's pantry. That was changed when the house was a boarding house. But we tried to bring back as much of the flavor of that original period as possible. This entire area is actually lined in fir. It's a very nice long grain fir as well. The beadboard actually has a convex face to it. There's actually a curved face to it. Natural stone, in this case marble, which was period appropriate, was used. Cabinets were sourced from the New England area, from Crown Point, or New Hampshire I should say. Crown Point Cabinetry provided those custom cabinets. And a little pantry was put back here with a double-sided refrigerator could be used to keep and store all your items and bring light into the room. There is a lovely little area off here, sunroom, eating area for the kitchen that's been added and gives a nice, easy functional aspect to the kitchen. Also as a buffer from outside so you don't have the cold weather and the warm weather breaching inside of it. There is a back staircase to the, so not only can you run up the front stairs and down the back, obviously the servants once upon a time were going up and down to the residents' quarters and serving them. There is a half bath on this floor. Now been integrated into this island out in the back of the kitchen here, which has a fun little corner sink and mirror so that people can freshen up their makeup and such. Back to the front. Now follow me on up to the bedrooms and look at the second floor. And this wonderful staircase, all its original configuration, this newel post with its wonderful vine work almost beckons to be touched. Anybody walks by. The handrail actually is curved over and almost a joy to walk up these stairs. Pausing here, let's go ahead and walk into the master suite. This was a difficult part of the building to actually reconfigure, but give it the right period flair. These windows have been bastardized and we wanted to put them back into their original configuration. We were able to source the original sash and let it glass for it. So it really has a lovely, this bay really adds to the window and the way the room flows out. This mirror adds so you can actually see both sides of it. Not only do you have the bedroom side, on the other side you have a sitting room and a bay window with a window seat. Wonderful space, easy to look into. A fireplace had been here in the 1920s. It was removed because of taxation back in that era. We replaced it with a period mantle. It really kind of ties everything else together. There's a privacy WC over here and a 2 shower head stall walk-in shower so that the master suite can literally be an escape from the rest of the house. Double sink vanities and a double closet finish out the space, making it very nice. And that can be walking back into the central corridor. We have a nice long central hallway with a slight dog leg off here. There's a lovely closet space in the back of this room. There's a built-in cedar box and for storing those sorts of things. The original bathroom, interestingly enough, has the original sink and tub, which we were able to save. We did have to do some work on the floor, but the tile and the walls are all original, the windows are original, and the leaded glass facing out in the world really makes it a lovely bright space. This room, currently used as the office, would have been the infant's bedroom. It's a small bedroom for children, and in fact, all the electrical system, there is a sound system wired into the downstairs portion. It all brings it back into this room. There's power brought in, so you hear the music, you don't see the music. Wonderful large bedroom over here, which is actually a secondary bedroom, probably over 12 feet in length and 11 feet in width. Nice closet off of that, great light and space, wonderful windows. Walking down this hall, this lengthy hall again, you now have access to the back staircase, and you're in this portion of the house, which is what I call the dog leg. It's the dog leg part of it because this is where it's not really a 4-square house, because instead of the 4th square, it has a 5th square off the back here. This is the laundry room. This is the only room that doesn't have all its woodwork stripped of its paint, but it is still a very beautiful room in that space. It has a half bath, which was actually a bit of a nod. The elder Mrs. Benton, when she was in her declining years, actually had a bathroom put in here, and so the owner of the home decided to go ahead and mimic that, put a different bathroom in, but in the same space. It does make this space nice so that people can actually visit, use this space, and have a half bath. Now this is the 3rd floor, so come with me up here.